You ever boot up a new game, ready to relax, and then 15 minutes in, you've got 3 currencies, 8 menu tabs, a loot system, crafting table, upgrade tree, companion skill, and a daily quest system? I didn't sign up for night school. I just wanted to play a game. So let's talk about it. Because somewhere along the line, a lot of games stopped respecting your time and started demanding your attention like a second job. You know, there's a difference between challenge and obstruction. A good challenge tests your understanding of a game's rules. Artificial difficulty just hides information, overwhelms you with mechanics, or stacks the odds to slow you down. For instance, a boss fight where the camera is your biggest enemy, or a mission where enemies spawn endlessly until you walk to a random trigger. You also have games that have a level that only makes sense after 3 deaths, having to repeat things over and over and over again just to get through it. Or how about enemies that could one-shot you in one hit? And usually those enemies have such large health pools that I have to hit them hundreds of times to even put a dent in them. That's not rewarding, that's exhausting. It's like developers don't trust games to be interesting anymore, so they just make it harder. And I use air quotes because it's not harder, it's not smarter. And all it really does is punish new players and burn out casual ones. Now let's talk menus, because some of these have gotten absolutely ridiculous. It's like some devs think that if your pause screen doesn't look like a spreadsheet, it's not deep enough. And look, I get it, customization, stats, builds, they all have a place. But if I need a YouTube tutorial just to understand my inventory, something's wrong. I've played games where you loot 30 versions of the same gun, each one having a different rarity color. They also have different mod slots, weight values, skill synergies, passive buffs tied to skill trees, and this is all for a weapon that you probably won't be using very long, or you'll sell it 5 minutes later when something new and shiny comes along. Gamers love options, they love choices, but this is not that. It's junk, it's clutter. Good design trusts you to engage with what you're given, not force you to manage your inventory for 30 minutes sorting through junk just to figure out what boots to wear that are similar to the ones you already have on. So in my opinion, I feel like developers are filling games with junk just so they can have more, and not actually giving us anything of value or anything that matters. But that is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you think less is more as long as it's good quality, or do you think more is more? Another big issue I've been having with games nowadays is front-loaded systems. What I mean is some games love to throw everything at you right away. Tutorials, crafting, base building, combat skills, cooking, relationships, fishing, weather, weapon durability, and so much more. All in the first hour. You haven't even gotten into the story yet and you're already buried in systems. Pacing matters. Let me care first, then teach me. If I don't care who I'm playing as or what I'm doing, why would I care about my crafting tier or any of these other systems? The best games know how to breathe. They don't demand attention, they invite it. They trust you'll explore because the world is inviting, not because there's a blinking marker screaming at you. They don't rush you. They pace you through their systems and mechanics and explain it to you in a way that allows you to care. And this is one of my biggest issues with modern games, and I wish more developers understood this concept. One of my biggest barriers, for me anyways, before I start any game, is whether or not I will feel like learning the systems of this new game. And more often than not, I don't play the game simply because I don't want to learn the game. I just want to relax and play the game. And no, this isn't about dumbing games down or holding your hand. It's about clarity, elegance, respect. There's a real skill in making a game feel intuitive, in letting the world speak for itself. Not just the HUD, but in giving you options without making you feel obligated to micromanage them all. I'm not asking for easy mode. I'm asking for games that don't feel like I'm clocking in or I'm doing a chore. I think games are at their best when they give you space to breathe, to feel, to get lost in for a while without needing to study a wiki or manage a spreadsheet. Not everything needs to be hard. Not everything needs to be complex. Sometimes simple is sacred and less is more. If you ever felt the same, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Let me know what game you felt was overly complex. For me, it's Diablo 4. I really do like Diablo 4. I played a lot and I plan on playing it again soon with a friend. But there's a lot of systems here. There's a lot to learn. It's a lot of complexity. And since release, they've dialed back on some of the complexity and they've changed a lot of the systems because they knew they were too complex and just too much. But why even go that route in the first place? Why not give someone more of an intuitive experience rather than a complex one? More than anything, I just wish developers would learn this, because the older I get, the less I have patience for complex video games. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to let me know why in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time. Hippo out. Nobody knows.